I've been postponing this video for a long time because I'm not sure how to really explain myself here. But I'm just gonna go for it. Like, if you're feeling this, you're gonna get it, right? Like, the way we live in society today is completely defined by programming and by an outdated system in which everything is fragmented. From the moment we're sent to school, and then we're asked, what are we going to become when we grow up, and so forth. Instead, I spend so much time in nature, and I see that there's more of a flow. Everything is connected. I really feel, and I've envisioned this for such a long time, but I'm breaking the silence here. And it's, imagine that in the future, like, which for me is now, futurum est nunc, it's not about our family clusters that are important, but it's the cluster of all of our potential within us that's important. So we become sovereign beings. If the structure of society, architecturally, changes in a way that we have the possibility of thriving as an individual as opposed to only the community. Yeah, this is a very important job. And as opposed to the community. So if I'm thriving and then I'm here to stand in my full potential, then everybody else will be thriving as well, because everything is resonance and frequencies as we know it. And we're learning so much thanks to quantum physics and all this jazz today. So here's my story. Imagine that each person, like a snail, has his or her own space, be it a tree house, a pod, a dome, but it's like our own place to be able to se ressourcer, to just be able to, and in the human design, which I've discovered, okay, to be followed, I've got to pay attention to my girls now. In the human design, I was saying, okay, she's good for a second. I've discovered that I'm a manifesting generator 6/2. And in human design, it's encouraged actually that we also sleep alone. I dropped the leashes. That we sleep alone. And I'm not saying that we all have to sleep on our own and that. But if we had spaces where the individual is sovereign, and that's the most important aspect, then, like the Romans had, also taking into account that we're living in this incredible era with such technology, then we're going to be working less. So what we'll be doing if we're working less, we're going to be taking more care of ourselves. And what does that mean? That taking care of ourselves and acknowledging that we're either born in a female body or a male body, and to avoid being submitted to situations that are toxic or just the way we think things should be. Imagine having, like the Romans had, like le caldarium, freddarium, tepidarium. The Roman baths had these places. So imagine having like places for the male archetype, so he can thrive, and the testosterone and all that jazz. And then on the other side, like healing places with sauna, hammam, jacuzzi for the female archetype, and then have mixed places. So the children that are our children and their children can be brought up in a way that they feel comfortable in their own bodies. We break down all of these stereotypes of what a man should be and what a woman should be, and how we have to bend ourselves and acquiesce to situations that are demeaning or that are not there for our fullest potential to thrive as an individual. And as individuals. And so if each person has his or her own space. And then we have this atelier. We have places like for doing needlework, tapestry, painting, porcelain, quoting John Adams. I love that quote. It's so inspiring for me. Where we can all flourish. And instead of sending the elder people to old people's homes, no, there's an integration in life. So there's like the young people, the little kids can be in places that fulfill their curiosity at that moment. And also, we're not just designed to be one thing. Like, what do you do? Like, no, we're multifaceted. we go beyond all of that. And so yeah, this is the way I think we should break it down. I started writing on Substack about this, and I feel that we can't carry on putting band-aids on the situation and then in war areas building, upon structures that are already broken. Like, I think we have to really reinvent this whole thing from the bottom up, and that would be to see ourselves differently, to see ourselves really differently, and see our potential as individuals and how we can nourish the collective. In that way, we can step into the real era of a renaissance and a brighter future, and create these earth ships and be in sync and love with nature. The future is now.